श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। In the Prashnopanishads, today we are going to know about the fifth question and the answer given to that question. अथहैनं शैब्यः सत्यकामः पप्रच्छ सयोह वै तद्भगवन् मनुष्येषु प्रायणान्तम् ओंकारम् अभिध्यायीत कतमं वाव स तेन लोकं जयति। अथहैनं सत्यकामः शैब्यः सत्यकामः पप्रच्छ. Gradually, among the disciples of Pippalada, one who is by name Satyakama, the son of Shibi, he asked his guru Pippalada, Sayoha vai tad bhagavan manusheshu prayanantam onkaram abhidhyayita. He asked someone among the sadhakas, someone meditate the Onkara till the end of his life or till the death. Where he goes, what is the effect of that kind of Onkara Abhidhyana? That is the question posed by Satyakama. While describing this mantra, Bhashyakara says, अथेदानीं परापर ब्रह्म प्राप्ति साधनत्वेन ओंकारस्य उपासना विधित्सया प्रश्नः आरभ्यते. What is the inner opinion of this question? It should be known first of all. When Satyakama asks Pippalada about the effect of Onkaropasana, Onkara is said to be pratika for Parabrahma and Aparabrahma as well. Athedanim parapara brahma prapti sadhanatvena. If you go by pratikopasana of Onkara, pratikopasana means Param Brahma and Aparam Brahma. Both can be meditated through this Onkara. That's why it is called as Pratika, Pratikopasana. Whoever does this Pratikopasana, whether it is Param Brahma or Aparam Brahma, accordingly he will get that effect. Onkaropasana vidhitsaya, Onkaropasanam kartavyam iti vidhitsa. Vidhitsa means vihitumiccha, Onkaropasanam vidheyam tadichaya ayam prashnaha arabdhaha. Saha yaha kaschidhavai bhagavan manusheshu manushyanam madhye tad adbhutamiva प्रायणांतम मरणांतम यावज्जीवम इत्येतद् ओंकारम अभिध्यायीता आभिमुख्येन चिन्तयेत्. Among the sadhakas, till the end of his last breath, a person, if he performs this Onkaropasana, Abhidhyanam नाम बाह्य विषयेभ्यः उपसंहृतकरणः समाहितचित्तः भक्त्या आवेशित ब्रह्म भावे ओंकारे बाह्य विषयेभ्यः उपसंहृतकरणः. दिस इज द elaborate meaning given by Bhashyakara for that particular word abhidhyayita. What does it mean abhidhyayita? Abhi ityupasarga purvaka dhyai chintayam iti dhatoho rupamidam abhidhyayita iti. Abhidhyanam kuryat. Dhyanam kuryat ityevana abhidhyanam kuryat. There is a difference between dhyana and abhidhyana. Here Bhashyakara says bahya vishayebhyah upasamhritakarana, one who reverts his mind from the outer worldly objects. Bahya vishayebhyah upasamhritakarana samahita chittah, one who controls his mind. Samahita chittah भक्त्यावेशित ब्रह्म भावे ओंकारे. ओंकारे, in onkara he is having such a kind of bhakti, which is onkara is a pratika of Brahma. That's why bhaktyaveshita brahma bhave onkare. Not only that, atma pratyaya santana avichhedah भिन्न जातीय प्रत्यंतराखिलीकृत कृतः निर्वातस्थ दीपशिखा समः अभिध्यान शब्दार्थः. That is the meaning given by Bhashyakara himself. He says abhidhyana shabdartha. This kind of meaning is given by Bhashyakara. What is that? Atma pratyaya santana avichhedah. The concept of Atma always will be lingering in his mind. Atma santana, Atma pratyaya santana avichhedaha, bhinna jatiya pratyantarakhilikritaha. Bhinna jatiya pratyaha, no other kind of thinking towards the external objects will not be there in the mind. Only he is having the Atma Pratyaya in his mind. That is the Atma Pratyaya Santana. For a particular period of time, if it continues Atma Pratyaya, and if it is not disturbed by the external object or thinking of the external object, that is called as bhinna jatiya pratyantara kilikrita nirvatastha deepashikha samaha. Nirvatastha deepaha, that is the best example given by Bhashyakara. What he says, nirvatastha deepaha, a candle, if it is a lighted candle, if it is put in the outside of the house where wind will be there, if the wind is there, that candle will move, and the candle without wind, if it is kept in the room, it will be achala, immovable light. Just like without having the pratyaya of external objects, only he is having the Atma Pratyaya, that is immovable Atma Pratyaya. Atma Pratyaya Santana. Santati means the continuation of the Atma Pratyaya. For a particular period of time, for example, take for example for 1 hour, 2 hours or 3 hours, like so many sadhakas used to do such a kind of upasana for hours together, days together, months together. That kind of upasana, somewhere in Bhashya it is explained, vijatiya pratyaya tiraskara purvaka sajatiya pratyaya pravahikaranam upasanam dhyanam. इति च अभिधीयते। स एव अर्थः अत्र अभिध्यानशब्दस्य भाष्यकारैः स्पष्टमुद्घुष्टः। सत्यब्रह्मचर्य अहिंसा परिग्रह अपरिग्रह परिग्रह त्याग संन्यास शौच संतोष अमायावित्वादि अनेक यम नियम अनुगृहीतः। not only that, अभिध्यानं कर्तुं, that means if he wants to put his mind in the Atman only, he needs some kind of accessories also which helps him to put his mind in Atman only. What are those accessories? These are all called as Satya. Satya means one who does not utter a false word. That is called as Satya. Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya, it is also controlling the indriyas. That is very much necessary. Shamaha damaha. Antarindriya bahindriya nigraha purvakam brahmacharyam. Himsa parityaga. Ahimsa. Ahimsa nama. Without causing any harm to any beings. That is called as ahimsa. Parigraha tyagaha. Parigraha tyagaha means aparigraha. One who does not take any kind of object from anybody. That is aparigraha, parigraha tyaga. Sannyasa. Sannyasa. Sannyasa means one who removes his compassion towards the worldly objects. That is called as sannyasa. Shaucham, shuchitvam. Sharireda manasacha shuchitvam. Sharireda shuchitvam snanadina siddhyati. By taking the bath, the body will become pure one. By taking such kind of shamadamadi sadhana anusthana, mind will become pure. That is called as shaucha. Santosha. Santosha. Sarvada tripti swarupam. Santosha. Containment in his mind. That is called as santosha. Santosha. Amayavitvadi. Amayavitvam. Amayavitvam nama amayavitvam. Mayavitvarahitam. Kapatyarahitam. One who does not utter some words in the mouth, but he is having some kind of opposite feeling in his heart. That is called as Mayavitva. One who utters the word, the same feeling in his heart. Manasyekam vachasyekam karmanyekam mahatmanam. Yat uchyate vachasa. Yan manasi vartate tadeva atra amayavitvam ityuchyate. Amayavitvam ityadi aneka yamanayama anugrihitaha. Aneka yamaha niyamaha. Yamadikam yamaha niyamaha ityukto. These are all helps to control one's mind. That's why yamaha niyamaha इत्यादिकम आवश्यकम. तादृश यमनियमाद्यनुगृहीतः स्वस्य चित्तम् आत्मन्येव स्थिरं यथा स्यात् तथा कर्तुं यस्तु प्रयतते सः अभिध्यानम् इति शब्देन अभिधीयते. तादृशम् अभिध्यानं केवलम् ओन्ली क्लोजिंग द eyes. If he utters something in his lips, that will not be called as abhidhyana. Abhidhyana means he has to forget about the external world. He has to involve his mind in Atman. Once he involves his mind, that mind will take the shape of Atma Swarupa. That is called as abhidhyana. अभिध्यान शब्दार्थः सत्य ब्रह्मचर्य अहिंसा परिग्रहत्याग संन्यास शौच संतोष अमायावित्वादि अनेक नियम यम नियमानुगृहीतः स एवं यावज्जीव व्रत धारणः. This is the most important point to be taken care of. यावज्जीवम् एतादृश व्रतं यस्तु धरति. Only for a few hours or only for few days if he does such kind of upasana, that will not give any effect until his last breath. If he does such kind of upasana, definitely he will get healed in the due course. Sa yavajjiva vrata dharanaha, yavajjiva vratam, this kind of upasana if he does till the last breath of his life, definitely it will have its own effect. कतमं वाव अनेके हि ज्ञानकर्मभिर्जेतव्या लोकाः तिष्ठन्ति तेषु तेन ओंकाराभिध्यानेन कतमं सलोकं जयति. This is the question. If such kind of Omkaropasana is done by one sadhaka till the last breath of his life until his death, what will be the effect of this kind of upasana? What kind of loka he is going to get through this upasana? Katamam vava aneke jnana karma bhir jetavyaha. Jnanena va karma bhirva. Jnanena means upasana. Karma means these kind of rituals. Taihi jetavyaha lokaha ye vartante teshu lokeshu madhye katamam vava lokam tena onkarabhidhyanena saha katamam vava lokam jayati. What kind of loka is an effect of this kind of Omkaropasana? That is the question posed by Satyakama Shaibya to his preceptor Pippalada. Tasmai sahovacha etadvai Satyakama parancha brahma yadonkaraha tasmad vidwan etenaiva ayatanena ekataramanveti. Guru Pippalada then answered to his disciple Satyakama, iti prushtavate tasmai sahovacha Pippaladaha etadvai Satyakama. Satyakama by name, he told him, etad brahma vai parancha brahma param satyam aksharam purushakyam aparancha pranakhyam prathamajam yattad onkara eva onkaratmakam onkara pratikatva. What is said in Upanishads? Param Brahma, Aparam Brahma. Brahman will be divided into two categories. One is Param Brahma, another one is Aparam Brahma. But the Onkara is pratika for both of these, Parabrahma and Aparabrahma. Param Brahma means Aksharam Brahma or Satyam Brahma, Purusham Brahma, what is explained in different terminology in Upanishads. And Aparam Brahma, Pranakhyam Prathamam Jataha, Paramatmanasakashat Prathamam Jataha, Pranaha Arthad Hiranyagarbha. That is Aparam Brahma or Ishvara, what it is called. Prathamajam Pranakhyam Yate Tad Onkara eva. Tad Ubhayamapi Onkara eva. Kutaha ityukto Onkarasya tat pratikatvat. Pratikaha means one cannot perceive Shuddham Brahma, one cannot perceive this Hiranyagarbha, but it is possible to do the abhidhyana of Omkara, which is the pratika of both. That's why Omkaratmakam, Omkara eva param brahmapi, Omkara eva param brahma, Omkara eva aparam brahma. There is no difference between Omkara and Parapara Brahma. This is the pratika. Param hi Brahma. Shabdadyupalakshana anarham sarva dharma vishesha varjitam ato na shakyam atindriya gocharatvat kevalena manasa avagahitum. What is the need of Omkara as pratika to do the upasana of Param Brahma or Aparam Brahma? Without Omkara, one cannot do the Parabrahmopasana. To do the Parabrahmopasana, Omkara is a must. Why? Because Parabrahma is called as Aprameya. Aprameya means Pramanatita. There are 6 Pramanas accepted by Advaita Vedantins, where Pratyaksha, Anumana, Upamana, Shabda, Arthapatti and Anupalabdhi. Among these 6 Pramanas, Anupalabdhi is Abhavagrahaka Pramana. That is the last one. Abhavagrahaka Pramanasya Anupalabdhehe Vishayaha Abhavaha. The remaining other 5 Pramanas, Bhavagrahaka Pramanas. Bhavagrahaka, the object which is available in the external world, that is the object bhava. So Brahman cannot be known by using any one among these 5 or 6 pramanas. That is why it is called as aprameya. So one is not perceivable or to be known by using these means pramanas, that is called as aprameya. That is here Bhashyakara says Param hi Brahma Shabdadi Upalakshana Anarham. Shabdadi Upalakshana Anarham means Kimapi Shabdadibihi Sakshad Bodhana Anarham. Shabdadi Pramanaihi Brahma Bodhayitum Nashakyate. Here there should be a doubt in your mind. Of course, it is the doubt for all common listeners. If the Brahman is Shabda Anarham, then what is the need of Vedanta Shastra, or for that matter, what is the need of this Veda and Upanishad? These are all Shabda Swarupa. In Vedanta, it is explained Brahma Swarupa. Then you say it is Shabda Dhyanarha, Shabda Anarha, Shabda Avedya. Then how you are going to explain through Shabda? If it is Shabda Anarha, why you are going to explain the same Brahman through this Shabda Pramana? Vedanta is a Shabda Pramana. Shruti means Shabda Pramana. Upanishad means Shabda Pramana. Of course, Prasthanatraya is Shabda Pramana. Shruti, Smriti, Sutra. These are all Shabda Pramana. You are going to explain Brahman through this Shabda. At the same time, you are saying that it is Shabda Anarha. And you are saying the paradoxical views. This doubt may be raised by common listeners. For that, this is the answer. Brahman is not an object to any pramana, because Shabda has its own limitation. Brahman, it is an unlimited one. A limited pramana cannot go beyond its jurisdiction. Brahman is which is beyond the jurisdiction of all pramanas. It cannot be perceived by applying any one of these pramana. That's why it is called as aprameya. That aprameyatva which is in Brahman, that is explained here by Bhashyakara. Paramhi Brahma Shabdadi Upalakshana Anarham. Why? Sarva Dharma Vishesha Varjitam. It has no dharmas in it. If any dharma is there, then it can be said through the words. Because word has its own limitation or its own jurisdiction. In Vyakarana it is said, Jati, Guna, Kriya and Samjna. Jati, Guna, Kriya, Samjna iti Chatushtayi Shabdanam Pravrittihi. If you are going to use a word, it must be one among these four. Either it is a samjna. Samjna means it is called as namely, like Dittha and Davittha, that is the samjna. If it is having some kind of jati, then it can be said through jativachaka shabda, just like manushya. Manushyatva jati vishishto manushya. Brahma does not have any jati, so jativachaka shabdena Brahma vidatum na shakyate. Does not have any kriya in it. Nishkalam, Nishkriyam, Shantam, that is explained in Upanishad. That's why Nishkriya, so Kriyavachaka Pachakadi Shabdya Rupa Shabdaihi Brahma Vidatum na Shakyate. And it does not have any guna, attributes. It is called as Nirguna. Adhyatmopanishadi idam spashtamuktam Nirgunam Brahma. Nirgune Brahmani kopi gunaha nasti. Gunavachaka shabdena katham vaktum shakyate. It does not have any attributes. That's why it cannot be said through Gunavachaka shabda. So, shabdasya yavad vyaptihi vartate तादृश व्याप्तिम अतीत्य यद्वर्तते ब्रह्म शब्देन कथं वक्तुं शक्यते अतः शब्दाद्यनर्हम् अप्रमेयम् सर्वधर्म विशेष वर्जितम् अतः न शक्यम् अतीन्द्रिय गोचरत्वात् इदन्तु इंद्रिय गोचरं न भवति इंद्रिय अविषयः ब्रह्म इंद्रिय विषयो न भवति कुतः इंद्रियाणि तावत् शब्द स्पर्श रूप रस गंधादीन्येव गृह्णन्ति न तु तदतिरिक्तं किमपि गृह्णन्ति ब्रह्मणि तु अशब्दम् अस्पर्शम् अरूपम् अव्ययम् तथा रसम् नित्यम् अगन्धवच्च यत् that is the definition given in Upanishad. It does not have any shabda, so you cannot listen to Brahman through your eyes. And sparsha, it does not have any sparsha guna, that why you cannot feel through your skin or tvagindriya. It does not have any rupa, that's why you can't perceive through your eyes. It does not have any rasa, that's why you cannot taste it through your rasanendriya or tongue. And it does not have any smell, that's why you cannot feel through your nose or granendriya. So indriya atitam, indriya avishayam brahma. Atindriya gocharatva kevalena manasa avagahitum tada kevalam manaha manasaha tavati ayam svabhaha बाह्येन्द्रिय संबंधेन यो यो विषयः अनुभूयते सह सह विषयः मनसा ग्रहीतुं सुलभं भवति शक्यं भवति तदभावे मनसा ग्रहीतुं तथा न शक्यते, अतः केवलेन मनसा अवगाहितुं न शक्यते। ओंकारे तो विष्णुआदि प्रतिमा स्थानीये भक्त्यावेशित ब्रह्म भावे ध्यायिनां तत्प्रसीदति इत्यवगम्यते शास्त्र प्रामाण्यात् तथा अपरंच ब्रह्म। ओंकारः प्रतीकः, you cannot directly perceive the param brahma, that's why you need a medium through which you can perceive Brahman or you can experience Brahman. For that matter, this Onkara is playing like a medium role or mediator role. Through Onkara, you can experience Param Brahma. This is just like Vishnu Adi Pratimastaniye, just like a statue is called as Paramatma. In Venkatesha Mandira, there is a statue made of stone. It is only a stone, but it is a pratika. To perceive God in this stone, this is an avalambana sthana. Pratika is an avalambana, which is the resort. You can put your mind in that stone as Vishnu. There may be so many stones, but you don't have that kind of capacity in your mind to have the feeling of Vishnu in each and every stones. But a particular stone which is made of like Vishnu, Shankachakra Gadadhari, then by seeing through your eyes, you can put your mind in that pratika as Vishnu. Bhaktyaveshitaha Brahma bhave dhyayinam evam rupena yetu dhyanam kurvanti tat prasidati. That is well said in Bhagavad Gita. Yo yo yam yam tanum bhakta shraddhayarchitum ichyati tasya tasya chalam shraddham tameva vidadhamyam. According to his wishes, according to his mental capacity, if he performs any kind of upasana or puja to a particular deity, I will give the effect of that upasana or puja through that deity only. That is the statement given by Bhagavan himself in Bhagavad Gita. Yo yo yam yam tanum bhakta. In the same manner, tat prasidati tyavagamyate shastra pramanya. How you are going to say this statement? This is not my statement. This is explained in Shastra. Shastra means Veda. Veda means here in Vedanta it is Upanishad. It is well said in Upanishads. In the same manner, Aparam Brahma also. Aparam Brahma upasanamapi evameva. Tasmat parancha aparancha brahma yad onkaraha ityupachariyate. Tasmat परस्यापि ब्रह्मणः प्रतीकरूपेण ओंकारः अपरस्यापि ब्रह्मणः प्रतीकरूपेण ओंकारः। तस्मादेवं विद्वान् एतेनैव आत्मप्राप्तिसाधनेनैव ओंकार अभिध्यानेन, one who does such kind of upasana, either parabrahmopasana or aparabrahmopasana through this onkara, what will happen? Anena ekataram param aparam va anveti brahma anugacchati nedishtham hi alambanam onkaro brahmanaha. Idantu ओंकारालंबनम ओंकार रूप प्रतीकम अवलंब्य यदुपासनम परस्य वा क्रियते अपरस्य वा ब्रह्मणः क्रियते, तदनुसारेण यः यदुपासनं करोति सः तत् प्राप्नोति। ओंकार द्वारा अपरं ब्रह्म उपास्ते चेत् अपरं ब्रह्म प्राप्नोति। ओंकार द्वारा परम ब्रह्म उपास्ते चेत परम ब्रह्म प्राप्नोति. ओंकारः नेदिष्टम्. It is nearer to aparam brahma and param brahma as well. That's why Onkaropasanam param brahma va gamayati aparam brahma va gamayati. The question raised by Satyakama, one who does such kind of upasana, what will be the effect? What will be the fruit? What loka he is going to have? That was the question. For that, this is the answer given by Pippalada. One who does such kind of parabrahmopasana or aparabrahmopasana, according to his upasana, he will have the effect of parabrahmopasana gives him, or he will have the parabrahma, or aparabrahmopasana he will go to aparam brahma. That is the effect of that upasana. Sayadyekamatramabhidhyayita satenaiva samveditasturnameva jagatyam abhisampadhyate tam ruchaha manushyalokam upanayante satatra tapasa brahmacharyena shraddhaya sampanno mahimanam anubhavati. In the next class, what kind of upasana? There are so many kind of upasana. One who goes for pratikopasana, onkaropasana, he will have the effect of that kind of upasana. Either parabrahma or aparabrahma will be the effect. And there are so many kind of upasanas in the pratikopasana itself. It will be explained in the later mantra.